Hi, everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So, Sweeney has got people talking after using her bath water to create soap for men. Take a look.
I'm sure we've all seen what's been going on with Sydney Sweeney. So her and Dr. Squatch are selling or giving away her bathwater. Because after the ad they did with her in the bathtub, there were men that asked to buy her bathwater for $400,000. And this whole time I've been like, oh my god, men are so gross, all the comments they put underneath her posts and whatnot. But this is enabling this behavior. I'm sure Sydney Sweeney is getting paid an insane amount of money for this, and get that back, girl, I get it. But I'm also so sure she's gonna look back on this and be so embarrassed.
I'm losing faith in humanity. There's no other way to put it. You're sitting here telling me people are paying $250 resale for a bar of soap that costs $8 specifically for the reason that it is marketed to have Sydney Sweeney's bathwater in that soap.
Yeah. Now, at this point, personally, a lot of things don't surprise me anymore. After Bonnie Blue and those 1,000 men, or she started with 100 and then upped it to 1,000, and now she's talking about going in a glass box and having people come do whatever they want to do with her in that box or to her in that box. I don't know how that is going to go down. That's also got people talking. It's a different topic for a different time. But yeah, I don't think anything surprises me anymore. But a lot of women are like, she's setting women back 100 years, 10 years, because of what she's doing. And others are like, why blame her? If this is what men want from her, she might as well capitalize on it. Now, let me know what you think about all of this. Personally, I am laughing at all these men who are surprised, quote and unquote, surprised that she's doing that. And also surprised that there are men who want to buy that soap, to the point that the soap got sold out. The people who got the soap are now reselling it on eBay for $200 and something. And I'm sure people are going to buy it. All right. It got sold out. They said that some people are saying 30 seconds. People are saying 1 minute. I don't know how long it took for it to get sold out, but it got sold out. All right. And the people who bought it are reselling it on eBay for $200+. All right. Okay. And this is the society that we live in. Every single day, there's proof. And they requested for it because they have been sexualizing her for a very long time, fantasizing about her for a very long time. And so they asked for it and she produced it for them. Do you see the problem? Please let me know. But anyway, let's get into what people had to say. And I want to come back and talk some more and leave your own thoughts and opinions in the comments. Thank you.
Y'all want to say that Sydney Sweeney is disgusting for selling soap that has her bath water in it, but what about the men who are buying it? If anything, I think she's smart because she's literally just capitalizing off of guys' creepiness. I think that's smart. I think it's smart. I'm definitely not going to criticize her for that. I probably would have done the same thing if a whole bunch of men were interested in my bath water and they wanted to buy soap from my bath water. Hell yeah, I'm gonna capitalize off that shit. Mind you, the company who asked to collab with her is owned by men. So
first of all, there's no way her bills are this high. Girl is an actress. I think she's fine financially, but are we really have we really come to this level of degeneracy? Are we this desperate for attention and money? And I just don't understand the purpose, because this woman already makes so much money. And I think that this is just proof that if she wasn't a celebrity or an actress, she would be on OF. No doubt. You don't sell something like your literal bath water and not what is going on? Also, go watch the video. It was on the Daily Mail account, but saying little boys is just, it's off-putting to me. It's weird. This is kind of like a Bonnie Blue situation. I'm laughing because I'm just literally why? I don't understand it whatsoever. But in all seriousness, if you're a male who purchases this product, you don't deserve to get married or have a relationship with a woman at all, and you're extremely weird. I just want you to know this whole situation is extremely weird. It's not normal. It is equivalent to OF/corn. So yeah, I'm done scrolling for the day.
I'm going to give you a completely different perspective on the Sydney Sweeney thing. The mistake she's making with her career isn't that she's ripping off S-workers and selling her bathwater. It's that she's making herself accessible. Now, there used to be this sort of code of conduct among actors and actresses in Hollywood that you didn't really take brand deals or do sponsorships unless you either really had to or it was like a prestige brand like Louis Vuitton or friggin' Pepsi, like something that everybody in the world knows. Now, in the olden days, a girl like Sydney Sweeney would have had two options before her. She could have gone the Hugh Hefner Playboy Bunny route and been a centerfold. She would have had guest appearances on Howard Stern, and she might have even done some guest appearances at the Bunny Ranch if she got down like that. The other path for someone like Sydney Sweeney would have been the Scarlett Johansson path, which is when you're super duper duper hot, you don't take any sexual roles at all. Like, you can tell that Scarlett Johansson was aiming for longevity in her career, not virality, for all that virality really wasn't a thing back then. It's one of the reasons why you can still take her seriously as an actress, is because she put her focus into making sure her talent was louder than her looks. And that's where Sydney Sweeney is making her mistake. In this deeply patriarchal, misogynistic world of ours, a woman can't be both hot and talented. You have to pick one, and whichever one you pick, that's the lane you live in for forever.
No pun intended, but this makes me feel so icky. I think for the rest of 2025, we're going to see a rise in celebrities profiting off incel culture under the guise of like female sexual empowerment. And I just hate stuff like this. I hate that choice feminism in a lot of ways makes the world more dangerous for ordinary women like you and me. This very much does feel harmful to collective progress. And like, I love humor so much. I know in here it's like, oh, this girl's no fun. I get it, whatever. But I just don't love when like this kind of irony and humor is used to make content like this more palatable. I think it's gross. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, this is gross. Like, men already view women as consumable products, especially incel men. They already do not view us as autonomous human beings.
A man opening his pockets and his wallet is the only thing a man can do well, and honestly, I think that under capitalism, we're all selling our bodies to some degree, and I know that some people don't like that comparison to SW and capitalism, corporate jobs, trade jobs, etc. But under this current system, when we own nothing and the means of production is owned by everyone else other than ourselves, I do think that we're selling our bodies. We see it all the time with older people who gave up their entire youth and health for a job and never lived a life. That's giving up your body. That's selling your body to someone else. So I think if Sydney Sweeney is going to be able to brand bathwater into soap and men, desperate men, are going to buy it, she's probably thinking, why the hell not? They sexualize me anyways, I might as well do it. And again, under capitalism, anything to get a dollar entices people. It's interesting because I watched a documentary about Madonna on the plane the other day, and she was also seen as somebody who was sexualizing herself, who was very sexually forward and owned it, and that's why she was really controversial when she was up and coming, becoming a star. So I think that we live under the system of patriarchy that sexualizes women, and then we also blame and shame the women when they start sexualizing themselves, and then it's just a snake that eats itself. It's almost like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? So sometimes I have these thoughts of, can women even win no matter what we do? And I think in this case, obviously she's trying to use this to her financial benefit. She's done other ads before where she's like selling her body in order to sell like shower gel to men. I think that capitalism and the patriarchy are so intertwined, and in this case, they're both driving this push for her to sell this bathwater, and I don't know that we can split the hairs to determine which one is pushing more than the other.
No, feminism is not just blindly supporting every single thing every woman does, because that completely ignores the fact that women are capable of upholding patriarchal systems, that women are capable of upholding misogynistic systems of oppression. And it also completely dismisses the privilege that exists within women, like white woman versus woman of color. I don't mean verse like them against each other. I just mean white women have privileges that women of color do not have. I do not believe sex work or sex work adjacent things like profiting off of men's lust, like creating soap for Sydney Sweeney's bathwater, I, in most cases, do not believe these things are feminist and these things are good for women and will progress women. I understand why women turn to those things. I don't blame those women. I don't think those women are below me. I think those women deserve the same respect and protections that I have. And ultimately, those jobs exist, that demand exists because of men, so men are the problem once again. But no, I think it just creates this cycle where it's like men objectify women and lust after women, and women aren't in as privileged of a position, so they've now decided, well, they're going to do it anyway, I'm going to profit off of them, and so now they make money off of that, so now they're giving supply to that lustful demand, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. But ultimately, it is rooted in misogyny, it is rooted in objectification of women, and I don't think that is good for women. Now, when it does come to sex work or sex work adjacent things, I'm considering that exploiting or profiting off of men's lust, like selling this soap. I have a double standard. I will hold women of color and or lower income women to a lower standard than I will white, wealthy, successful women. Because for all the reasons I just named, I don't believe sex work is empowering for women. So I want a world where women don't have to turn to that work. But I understand that that is not a reality for a lot of women. That's the only choice they have, or that's the best possible choice for them. But the white, wealthy, successful women that don't need to do this, that choose to do it for hee hee ha ha, that hurts women, and you didn't even have to do it. And you can argue Sydney Sweeney is a victim of these same oppressive systems, sure. But Sydney Sweeney had a choice. She is a successful actress who is the epitome of the male gaze. She's got tickle bitties, she's white, she's blonde, she's skinny, and she's everything men want and more in a sex doll. And so they objectify the hell out of her. And she had a choice. Do I play into that, or do I not allow men to make me one more woman they don't take serious? Do I stand firm in my career as a serious actress, or do I give in to men's lust and then even create more supply that will bring on more demand, more lust? Feed into it. She chose to feed into it, and it hurts women, and she didn't have to. She didn't need this check. I think it's pathetic. I think it hurts women. And I think Sydney Sweeney, from the start of her career, it's been this will she, won't she? Is she playing into this? Men want her so bad and she's got the big old titties and all that. Or is she going to be the serious actress we want her to be? And there are implications for that. And I know it's not fair to put all of this on Sydney Sweeney, but at the end of the day, she's a privileged white woman. Like, if there's somebody we could put it on, it's her.
Ladies, we need to talk. Come here. Because I don't understand what's the uproar about Sydney Sweeney's Dr. Squatch campaign. What's the problem? There are some people saying they have conflicting feelings, but I really just don't get it. Dr. Squatch is owned by a man. She went on to say it's not for boys, it's for men. And I see people saying that they have conflicting feelings. I see people saying, oh, she said feminism back. Again, Dr. Squatch is owned by a man, baby. Men have exploited us on the premise of love, providing and protecting for a millennia. When their biological existence is to pass information from their mother to us. Oh, well, she said feminism bad. Why is we need to commodify women's bodies. Why? That advertisement shows your literal value as a woman is existing. And really is as a woman. These niggas don't be knowing the difference. That's not funny. Stay safe out there, y'all. But seriously though, what's the problem? Because if these men are going to pay for the idea that they're showering or bathing themselves in a gel infused with a woman's bathwater, let them do it. Let their lust drive them if they don't want to evolve. Because a man who is not driven by lust and has an ounce of self-control would not purchase no shit like that. But the majority of men don't have any self-control, and they are very lust-driven. And that's why the male owner of Dr. Squatch knew that that was a good idea. But then you have women, oh no, she's doing this and she's doing that. What the fuck? Why? If you have the image, the body to make money off of a man looking about you and thinking about you without touching you, why not? What's the problem with that? Because if these men are going to pay for the idea that they're showering or bathing themselves in a gel infused with a woman's bathwater, let them do it. Let their lust drive them if they don't want to evolve. Because a man who is not driven by lust and has an ounce of self-control would not purchase no shit like that. But But majority of men don't have any self-control and they are very lust driven. And that's why the male owner of Dr. Squatch knew that that was a good idea. But then you have women, oh no, she's doing this and she's doing that. What the fuck? Why? If these men have commodified us without our own consent for over a millennia, stand the fuck up. Take control of your body. Stop shaming other women for getting a bag. She's not out here treating nobody wrong. These people know the way, that man who owns Dr. Squatch knows the way that men think. He had a team come together on this. Like, y'all need to stop being haters and go get a bag, bitch.
Sydney Sweeney did an interview where she said that she does business deals because she has to. She has to pay her mortgage. She has to pay her people, the people that work for her, and y'all flamed her for it. Why are we surprised that the same person that's doing ads for Hey Dudes is also selling her bathwater? Like, the writing's on the wall. She needs the money. I get maybe that it's a more overt form of selling yourself, but she's not the only one in Hollywood that's doing that. Like, okay, it's not a net positive for feminism, but it's also like, to single her out and say that she's the one that's sending us back decades in the current socio-political landscape is, I just don't take you seriously. And if you think this is what pushes women into being interested in sex work, then where have you been on this app in the last 3 years?
Hey, in case you needed a reminder as to how perverted men are, Dr. Squash, the soap company, made a whole new product and marketing campaign about how their new soap is Sydney Sweeney's actual bathwater, and it's going absolutely viral. And the comments are scary.
Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap commercials is feeling like an age. I feel like it's far too much. My brother in Christ, there's a hole in it. Let me start off with the fact that you're using something dirty to clean yourself feels like the antithesis of why people don't know how to wash their backside. I'm gonna tell you all this right now. If you bought it, please hide it. You know what? Nah, post it on your gram. I need to see who the crazies are. And honestly, you couldn't just go get peppermint. I think peppermint would have done the same thing if you're trying to smell like that.
Sydney Sweeney is now partnering with Dr. Squatch to sell limited edition soap with her own bathwater in it. She said, fans have always joked about wanting my bathwater. I was like, this is just such a cool way to give them what they want. The amount of money Dr. Squatch must have paid her for this has to be generational wealth. 5,000 bars of soap are infused with her own bathwater. My hope is that it gets guys to think about taking care of themselves. Our generation is so cooked.
Let me tell you something right now. If I walk into your house and I see Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap sitting in your bathroom, you will be turning to authorities immediately. No, because there's no way you spent $100 on somebody else's bathwater and expect us to still be cool, still everything be normal after that. Ain't no fucking way that's happening, bro. You niggas need to be sent off into the desert by yourselves, away from society. Cause what you got going on, bro? There's no way it's that bad, bro. It's not that bad, I promise you. I honestly can't tell you which one is worse. The mom came up with the idea, or the nigga who greenlit it. I don't know.
Wait, so let me get this straight. Sydney Sweeney is selling bathwater? How low has the world gotten? We got celebrities and actors selling bathwater. This shit's insane.
Like TikTok, why are y'all promoting this? This is
Down bad behavior, bro. We can't be showing this to people. And it's crazy because
they're deadass going to buy that shit.
Deadass do whatever it takes to get bathwater. It's insane. Think about it. And in my own opinion, then they be like, oh my God, please give me your bathwater. Y'all need some help. Deadass. Really? Bathwater out of everything? And when I be thinking about the nigga fiending over these celebrities' bathwaters and shit, I'm like, bro, what you even gonna do with it? What can you do with bathwater? Our economy's falling apart. How have we got into bathwater?
That is dead ass the lowest of lows.
Yeah, so as I was saying, personally, I'm not surprised. These things don't surprise me anymore. I think I'm at that place where I've seen a lot over the past 2 years, creating videos on YouTube. I've seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things. Although I get the argument that she's setting women back because think about it, everything that they said made a lot of sense. All right. But then again, is it going to stop? No. Is it going to change? No. Are the OF models going to stop? No. Is Bonnie Blue going to stop? No. Is S-Word going to stop? No. Right? It's going to continue because there is demand for it by these men. Right? So the problem is there and the problem is going to continue. Men objectify women and it's not going to change anytime soon. It won't change. It's sad, but it's true. So if she's making money off it, I don't know. Who am I to judge her? I'm not here to judge her, okay? This is the society we live in. This is the world we live in, right? And even when some of us come on here to talk, they try to suppress us. Good or bad, we are still in it. Some people have decided to go with the flow and do whatever they have to do to survive. Others are still like, no, we are not doing it. No, so no matter where you stand on this situation, all I'm saying is that it's not going to stop anytime soon. It won't stop. It will take a lot of us coming together and standing firm on one side to make it stop. But I know it's not going to come easy. Do you understand? So yeah, I understand everybody's take and what everyone is saying, but at this point, it is what it is, right? So when all these men are out there who say that, oh, these women are run through and these women are this and these women are that, this is what you people are asking for. You people demand for these things from these women. I remember months ago, I posted a video and men were talking about why they like workers. They prefer their women to be like in the street. They like those type of women who are in the street. They don't like boring. They like the women who are in the street, the women that all men want. They like those type of women, right? So if that's the society we live in, what are you going to do about it to change it? Unless you decide not to deal with men at all, not to give them any access to you, right? Unless we all as a collective decide to go for B. And I know it's not going to come easy. I don't think this woman woke up one day and decided to do this. I believe that since she stepped on the scenes wanting to become an actress, she's gone through a lot. There's been suggestions. There's been people telling her this is the only role that you can play, sexualizing her, or you need to capitalize on this, because whether you want to believe it or not, in that industry, there's a lot of men. They're up and above, the managers, the executives, the CEOs, whoever, they are men. And they call the shots. So if you don't want to play, then you're not going to eat. And that's the world we live in. Alright? So I'm not here to judge her. I get it. Alright? Someone will argue, well, she can say no. She can say no and live a normal life. Well, that's you. That's us. Some women will be like, I'm not going to do this. Others will be like, hey, I'm going to do what it takes. If it takes me selling my bath water to men to be able to feed myself and to be able to stay relevant, that's what I'm going to do. We are all not the same. But I get it. That's all I'm saying. Alright? She's not the first one and she's definitely not going to be the last one. Alright? One way or the other, there's going to be more like her. In different ways, on different sets, in different scenes, more like her. Because that's what men want. Alright? They say it's a man's world, and it shows. I just hate it when men come online and pretend that they don't know what is happening and, oh, it's not all men and it's not this and it's not that and this and that. The evidence is always there. That's all I'm saying. Alright? So, yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Leave your own thoughts and opinions in the comments, and I'm going to see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.